Okay, here we are in Vancouver, Canada. On the way out, I stopped in Ontario in the Toronto area, talked to my Uncle Dave, who's been working at the Ontario Seed Company for the last 35 years, and he was gracious enough, and the owners of course, to give me a tour of the entire project. So that's what we're going to look at today, the Ontario Seed Company. Hey, welcome to Ontario Seed Company in Kitchener, Waterloo, Ontario.
This is our seed room in here. It's got a little bit of...
Oh, the seed room.
Yeah, so come on in. You'll notice right away, especially on a super humid day like today, this is very... We have to watch the temperature really closely in here. So it stays at about 62 degrees Fahrenheit all year round.
Okay, it's nice and cool.
Yeah, and dry is a real critical part.
Dry is key.
Yeah. So I think
you don't want anything germinating sitting in a bag.
No, exactly. So, and that's the exposure to moisture and that fluctuation, drying out, getting wet again. That's really, really bad for seeds.
Damage the seed, no?
Yeah, some varieties are more susceptible to damage than others. But this room kind of has a little sample of everything we work with. So we have to be really careful with here. So this facility is built into a hill and it's sort of buried right back in
like
the hill.
a wine cellar.
Sort of, yeah. It's the right sort of idea.
So, a seed cellar.
Yeah.
Is there a story behind this scale? How many? Looks quite old.
It is. It's probably about 110 years old.
110.
It's still, you see, it was just certified in April of this year. We have to get the scale certified annually.
Oh.
So it still works. There's
Fantastic.
no springs, so we get a really good life out of it, which we have a few things like this around.
So what do we have here, Ben?
This is where the seed packets are filled. Each machine has a different way of filling the seed packets. This one at the start that's running very, very slowly, it counts the seeds. So in that case, we're putting 15 seeds in each packet. It's got a small light sensor on it that'll count out each seed as it goes in.
Really?
Yeah.
For there. Great. So that's a slow counter.
You can see they each kind of run at a different speed. They work different ways. Some of them have vibrating tables that'll shake the seed apart.
Okay.
Others work like a doser where there's a certain amount comes in and then it sort of dispenses it.
Okay, because I guess some seeds are more expensive than others, so you have to be more accurate with your counts, no?
Yeah, that's exactly right. So that's what we see with the cucumber, tomato, pepper seeds.
Yeah.
Those ones we usually count out. And then just the nature of the seed, you'll see if we look at some different types. Marigold's a very challenging seed to run. It's very long.
Marigold, yeah, the flower.
Yeah.
Kind of long, like a little stick.
That's right. So they get stuck on each other in the hopper.
Okay.
So we kind of have to break them apart and feed them through as we
manual
go.
Yeah,
that's right. Okay. These last two are gravity-fed machines, so it just hits a desired weight, which is associated with an approximate seed count. So this is the really big seed. So this is where we see the yellow beans are being filled.
Okay. Yellow beans.
And you can sort of see the entire flow through. That's how we receive it from the grower.
Oh, okay.
It runs through the hopper, basically goes around the carousel inside the machine here. The machine does everything from opening the packet, dispensing the seed. It stamps a lot number so we can correlate with germination certificates and make sure it's good, viable seed.
Certificates, that's important as well.
Then it puts some glue on it and folds it shut.
And away it goes.
Yeah, exactly. So, so yeah, you're seeing some filled, but you're also seeing some empty packets, just as we receive them from the printer. So you always get this really nice smell of lacquer right from the printer, but so these are waiting to be filled.
Waiting to be filled. Cool. And what kind of information do we have here?
It should be enough to help you get started. That's focusing on the home gardener.
Yeah.
We have a companion website and a retail catalog that go with it. So if you're looking for a little bit more information than what can be on there.
You find that in the catalog.
Yeah, exactly. So, but it lets you know what time of year, roughly how deep you should be planting it.
Does it have germination rates on there too?
Not on these. We do that when you get to the larger size, because that's where we start getting to like a commercial grower level.
Sure.
You know, if you're going to plant an acre of something, you're going to
wanna
want
know
some more information. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So
cool. The Ontario Seed Company Aimee organic line of seeds.
So we have different inventory checks and requirements here. Everything on this left area is all organic.
Okay.
So we keep the conventional seeds separate. This is true organically grown seed. So the growers didn't use any, you know, harmful pesticides or any chemical derivative
Sure.
to develop it. We do see there's a confusion as people say untreated seed is suitable for organic growing.
Okay.
This is different. This is truly organically grown.
So what do they mean by untreated? Untreated with what? Like?
There could just be usually something to keep chemicals or fungus from forming on the seed.
Okay, sure.
We don't carry much treated seed. We have a few varieties of corn, and that's by special order only.
Special order only.
Yeah, yeah. So, and you can tell when you see it. It's most of the treatments are bright pink. It really stands out. But the vast majority of our line has no
So they're
treatment.
treated, and you can see it. You can see the color of the treatment on it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. We have a lot of native seed. That's the native seed storage down there.
And native seed is just any plant that is native to the area.
Yeah, that's right. So, and we have a little sample because, I mean, Canada's a big country.
Sure.
So what's native in Ontario is quite different from Alberta.
Definitely.
So we're able to tailor mixes appropriately.
Okay.
That focuses on a lot of reclamation, restorative blends. If you've got you know, a lot of waters come through and it's eating away your cliff and you've got problems with erosion.
For erosion.
You can plant some varieties that have pretty aggressive root systems that'll get in there and start giving you your hill
Stabilize the
back.
slope.
Yeah, yeah,
Fantastic.
exactly, yeah.
These are old seed bags.
Yep, different packaging of various seed companies we've been affiliated with over the years, including some of ours.
Look, that's Ontario. No, the province of Ontario in Canada. Toronto's about here, for those who don't know.
And we're where the X is, just west of
Where the
Toronto.
X?
Yeah.
Here we are.
Yep, based out of Waterloo.
Detroit, Waterloo.
I've got an old seed filling machine. It would take
Wow.
2.5 to 3 of these to keep up with one of the machines we have
So the
upstairs.
machines upstairs are about 3 times faster.
Yeah, that's right.
Look at that.
This is arguably a more artistic design than what we
Sure.
have upstairs. It's very mechanical.
Yeah.
So you could do your hoppers on top. It goes into this drum that moves around, disperses desired amount of seed into here. Your empty packets are fed in this way, and the finished product comes out the bottom there.
Fantastic.
So this was lovingly restored.
Oh, and look, was that the last time the Leafs won the cup?
It probably is.
What was that? Oh, 71. No, they last time they won was
4 years before.
4 years
Yeah,
before that.
yeah.
There they are. Maybe next year.
Yeah, that's what I always.
That's what Dave's hoping for. Yeah.
And who's this man? Is that the
I
original?
believe that's Jacob who started it.
I think so.
Yeah.
Good old Jacob.
Yeah.
Founding seed father.
Yeah.
And look at this guy, just having a good old time.
Sid Seedy.
Just sowing seeds. What's his name?
Sid Seedy.
Sid Seedy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Ben, where are you taking us now?
This is our summertime cooler. So this is
Summertime
the
cooler.
items that are really prone to humidity. Remember, it's 98% humidity outside today.
right, yeah.
Because we're only an hour from the Great Lakes. You should notice a temperature difference as soon as you come in here.
Oh, yeah, it's chilly in here.
So this is corn, lettuces, you see sunflower, carrots. There's certain varieties of seed that are more prone to spoiling. So they all get a home down here. Good seed storage, we try to keep the temperature in Fahrenheit plus the relative humidity. If you add those together, it should equal 100 or less.
Why would I want to buy seeds from Ontario Seed Company as opposed to just saving my own seeds?
You're really going to save yourself a lot of time, and you're going to be more likely to get a true specimen that you're trying to grow.
Okay.
And some varieties you're not going to be able to propagate the seed from it. So those would be specialized hybrid varieties.
Oh, okay.
You need those original parents to reproduce that seed.
Hey.
Our growers have specialized seed cleaning equipment. And then, you know, we're required to check for the purity of the seed. Is it contaminated with any noxious weeds? Test it for germination.
Yeah.
Like you see how we're working to really watch the humidity and the temperature we're storing, things that comes right from the grower.
The benefits of buying from Ontario Seed Company is important. You know, it makes a big difference in the success, I guess, of your seeds.
And then here you have examples of some pelleted seed. There's a seed tape as well.
So this is a seed tape?
They're open. You can.
Oh yeah, because the carrots are difficult, no? Because they're
Carrots
so small.
can be really finicky. So this saves you all the work of spacing and thinning.
Yeah, and that will just biodegrade in the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, cool. And you have your spacing there too, so that reduces thinning of your carrots as well.
It makes life really easy.
Wow, that's nice.
One critical thing with seed tape is you've got to keep it evenly moist during germination.
Oh yeah.
So
okay, and this is the
lobelia is probably about the finest seed we sell.
finest seed.
Let's
take a look at that. Oh my God, is that a seed? How do you separate that?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's clean, like there's no detritus there. Like how do you? That's incredible.
So that's one that would use a dosing mechanism, and it's filled obviously into those packets because you just can't.
Jeez.
You can't work with it any other way.
No.
So
And this one?
that would be a pelleted seed, and you can see
Petunia.
it's a bit more expensive. There should be, I think our target range is about 8 to 10 seeds in the packet.
So why do you put them in pellets?
The pelleting
small?
just, you see how fine it is?
Yeah.
The pellet is usually like a clay type medium. It just makes it easier to handle.
Okay.
So same as with the seed tape, it's just going to biodegrade. It'll return to the soil.
Nice.
But if it's super fine, you're going to have a really tricky time handling it and getting them spaced properly. So we still find the printed catalog, believe it or not, in a world of websites and
Sure.
ordering on your cell phone.
Exactly.
A lot of folks really enjoy having this. It's you know, it usually ships mid to late December, so you get it typically in a big snowstorm, and it's fun to start thinking about spring. And
Nice looking catalog.
you're asking about packets. That's how
Yeah.
they print it in these large press sheets.
Okay, look at that.
So basically they print them like this, and they have a large die, a blade that comes down and cuts them individually, and then these really finicky folding machines that take it and turn it into the seed packet that you saw earlier that we receive. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thanks, Ben.
So that's what we had in here.
Cool. All right, Ben, what do we have here?
This is a finished retail seed display. So we've got everything packaged carefully, labeled according to the certification, and in a display ready to go to a grocery store or feed store. This is how we send them out.
Great.
So you've got a little bit of everything. This particular display is a little heavier in vegetable and herb varieties. And then you've got a handful of top selling annual flowers mixed into there. There's a few perennials right in this spot. So
Well, Ben, you know, thank you so much for your time, taking time out of your
great
schedule.
meeting you. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Appreciate
too.
it, Brian.
It was really nice meeting you,
Yeah.
and thanks for all your help and
Thank you.
your great explanation.
Fantastic.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Enjoy the roof.
Enjoy the roof. Okay, so we're here with James from the Ontario Seed Company, and he's been kind enough to take some time out of his schedule and give us a little bit of a history lesson on the Ontario Seed Company. James, tell me a bit about that.
Yeah, so thanks for coming to visit us here. We've been in business for over 125 years. We date our company back to 1891. It was actually just a general store back then, but Ontario Seed became available. They were predominantly growers back then, specializing in root vegetables. And over time they developed, it got harder to grow seeds for so many different varieties as new varieties came to the market.
Okay.
So we become more importers and packagers of seed in the recent years.
And so how would somebody, if they wanted to buy seeds from you and they're maybe on the other side of the country, how would they order seeds from you?
So you could go to our website at oscseeds.com.
Yeah.
We sell all of our seeds online. We also have retail partners coast to coast. We sell in all
fantastic.
provinces and territory in Canada. The company was founded by Jacob Uffelman, my great-great-grandfather. And from there it went on to Orley Uffelman, who was actually working as an RCMP officer out west at the time when he got the letter from his dad to say, hey, I need some help at the company. Do you want to come home?
Fantastic.
So he left Western Canada, moved back to Ontario, ran the company where it then went on to his two sons, Jim
Fantastic.
and Buck. Buck was my grandfather.
Buck?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Bill, yeah. And so the two of them ran the company together for several years, and then it moved on to my father in the 80s,
80s.
Scott, and he's been running it ever since.
What a great story. Family legacy in southwestern Ontario and now across Canada.
That's right, yeah.
Well, James, thanks so much for your time.
Sure
Appreciate
thing.
it.
Yeah.
It's nice to meet you, and I want to thank you for the tour and all the time you spent showing us around Ontario Seed Company.
Great, yeah, thanks for coming in.
All right.
Okay, happy
Ciao.
growing. Bye-bye.
Happy growing.